He's going to Pat's over in Tampa.
Anything?
You guys remember that?
Nope.
Good.
Mm-mm.
Nothing?
Nope. A little bit on the back, like at the bottom, on the back side of my toe.
Got it. Not too bad though.
No. Oh, I felt something there.
That's probably that last little bit. Alright. Now we're done.
Okay.
So we'll go with the one that's the most numb. Glasses.
Yeah.
I'll be able to see what we're doing. That's important.
Contact.
Ready? This is just something snug.
You're not gonna feel nothing.
Nope. I know, that's the good part. Anything that I do, you'll be fine. This way I don't want it to bleed. And that's why I put that on there.
But he did this for his daughter in the living
In
room.
the living room. We still have that video. It's crazy.
I didn't feel anything.
Hallelujah. We take advantage of the numbness of the, let's get the length.
Well, not that bad, but like,
Okay, but there is something there.
yeah.
Okay. Out.
No.
Good.
Ooh, yes.
There's that resistant little guy there. But look at it. He's no match for us.
We got plenty of needles.
We got plenty of juice. So when you tell the story, you can say, my left big toe, very resistant. I had about 27 needle pokes. And then I finally got numb. So, ready? Here we go.
Came in just in time?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right. So, what we do. Hey. And this is not sharp. Just blunt. Let me separate. This
You
way.
watch that.
And let me know. You'll feel movement, but you won't feel any discomfort. I'll do the same thing on this side. Okay.
I see the blood coming out, definitely.
Okay, there. It's
You got a
gone.
bleeder.
It's gone. What type blood are you, just in case?
I don't know.
No, I'm kidding. You don't wanna do that.
Take the positive and negative.
Exactly. And these will be your new edges. Here. Just tapering you down a little bit. These are the cells where the nail is produced, and it hugs the bone back there. And so that's just removing the nail isn't enough. We have to add chemical to cauterize the nail root so then the nail doesn't regrow. Just on these edges. Am I hurting you at all?
Nope.
Good. You would know. But,
Yeah.
let me just make sure everything is out. Sometimes there's still some tissue there that where the cells are to produce, but those are going to be the new edges. So nothing ingrown anymore.
Do some ingrown toenails go away by themselves?
In infants, when you see little, when they sometimes get inflamed, it's usually because the parents are putting them in the cute little shoes that are too narrow for their cute little feet. And they get irritated.
Mhm.
So, 3 sticks of this sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is the hair straightener that black individuals use to straighten their hair. But this concentration obviously is a lot stronger than what they use. So if you hear people getting burned when they're having their hair straightened, it's because it is sodium hydroxide. Crazy.
What does this do?
This is what's cauterizing now the cells. And so not only do we want to cauterize that area right against the bone, but also within this nail groove, because you can develop callous skin and all kinds of things if you don't address that also. And one more, and then we'll neutralize. And it doesn't have to be in contact with the tissues very long in order to do what it's supposed to do.
So it stops the growth right there?
Yeah. This is acetic acid, and that neutralizes the sodium hydroxide. And so immediately on contact now, the sodium hydroxide stops burning. And acetic acid is like vinegar. Thank you.
Neutralizes the acid. Okay, so I have to share this story with you, Kathy. This is vinegar, right? That's it. So I had acid problems real bad in my belly. One time, horrible bad on Friday, and I was here and I was cleaning and things, and all I kept thinking of was I'd been hearing all of this. Have you done? You haven't done the sodium on the other one. So I'm here. All I kept hearing was Tim in my head saying, you know, it takes away the acid, you know. Let me tell you, my stomach hurt so bad I drank some of the vinegar out of the bottle. I poured some in a little cup. You could feel it soothing right away. I thought nobody's ever going to believe you.
Oh, yes.
But
Right.
yeah, I'm like, they're like, you're drinking vinegar now. You're going through. I don't care. It was so bad at the time. But all I kept hearing was this repetitive of when he explained it to patients that,
Pickles.
yeah.
Interesting.
Really, and
Yeah.
that eating the pickle because of the pickle juice helps.
Mm-hmm.
See there?
Yeah.
See, you're learning a lot.
So you had a lesson today
Broccoli, I
too.
hear broccoli's good for that too.
Really?
Something in the broccoli coats the lining of the stomach.
Am I hurting you?
The acid.
Good. You're doing very well.
I'm sure broccoli would be much better for you than pickles.
Right. So that documentary, had you ever heard of it? Yeah, Ashley told me about it. What is it called? Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Have you heard it? It's a documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy from Australia, a rather well-to-do gentleman in his mid-40s, just came to this realization that, my God, my medicines are increasing, my belly size is getting bigger and bigger, I'm feeling miserable. I got to do something different. And so he came to the United States, and he went on a 60-day fast, and all he did was juice. And he would grind up his own vegetables and whatever. Betadine, or the Nibbit, yeah. Yep, thanks. So it was really interesting, and he lost unbelievable amounts of weight in that 60-day period. He was followed by a doctor the entire time of all his blood work. And along his trip across the United States, as he was doing this, he would talk to different people about their dietary habits, and he wasn't trying to sell anything, wasn't trying to do anything like that, but just trying to get an idea of what people were doing and why they did what they did. And he came upon this one truck driver who was huge, 400 and something pounds. And what stood out about this truck driver was he had the same autoimmune skin condition that this guy from Australia had. And the guy from Australia said his skin condition totally went away as he was going through this process. And so you could tell this truck driver was interested, but yet he figured his whole life was going to be this way pretty much. Well, towards the end of the movie, well, midway through the movie, now the guy from Australia goes back to Australia, and the truck driver calls him up and says, "Remember when you offered me some assistance? I think I'm going to take you up on that now." And so he flew back to the United States to get this guy started, and he had lost all his weight and became an example to others. And so, not that they had to juice forever, but they
Right.
got more on a regimented diet. So it was very, very good. That was it.
One down.
One to go.
Okay.
Feel anything?
Yeah.
Can you see it? Got a good view? Alright, you're gonna be on YouTube tonight.
Right.
You have big sides? Did you get to see the big sides? On the,
I
I took the nail out?
Roll down.
Okay. That's all that's tucked in.
And all this callous skin down in the groove here, that's what contributes to a lot of the pain.
So that's not
Tenderness.
supposed to be down there.
No,
It's no fun when you're playing soccer and you get.
exactly.
Like,
Oh, can't you
yeah,
tell
at
then?
at
That
soccer,
Contact, yeah,
and then
right
people
there.
wonder why I act scared of the ball.
The new
Oh,
edge.
you poor thing.
Chemical.
It's not good to have your feet where one part you're always, careful with it because you're. funny what happens to the body when you favor something a certain
Yeah.
way.
Any pain? Good. Very good.
She's just bored now.
I know.
She's done, the excitement's over with.
So Cheryl did everybody's nails up in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Her
good.
grandmother at the nursing home. and So
It's good practice.
that's my wife. She loves to do that. So.
Tell her that's part of her community service since we can't bill for out of state.
Yes. Yeah. And these folds of skin will shrink down. They won't always be that way. And then the reception, if I leave the stick in there, it'll be very good tonight on the TV. You don't even know what an antenna is.
Like, what is he talking about?
That's not good.
I've been calling her iPod a Walkman, so.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah.
Walkman. That's not what it's called.
I took one of my boys out to dinner last night, and when the check came, I said, we'll go, I think the waitress said, is this on the same check? And I said, no, we're going Dutch. And everybody looked at me like, what the hell does that mean?
Including the waitress.
Right, exactly.
Any oil yet?
He's trying to
I
screw it down in
know.
there.
Just one day I was doing this and the stick broke as I was doing this, but not in there, just up top.
Yeah.
It startled me as much as the patient. And she looks good. Very good. So now we just wrap you up. Now, as the numbness starts to wear off, if you do start to feel anything, go ahead and peel off some of the outer Band-Aids. They're on here pretty compressive. All dried up quickly if I didn't grab it right away. Now, also, as this is healing, the edges right back here, some chemical seeped under there inevitably. And so as the nail grows out, you're going to notice an irregularity right there on each side, but that irregularity will continue to grow out and it'll be fine.
So how long before she can wear regular shoes?
Whatever's comfortable. Open toe is probably best for a little bit, but if your enclosed shoes are comfortable and give you enough room, you shouldn't have any problems. Okay. And just follow the cleaning
She'll wear,
instructions.
yeah, we'll wait till school starts.
And you'll start cleaning tonight.
Is she gonna have a lot of pus or anything like that?
No, there'll be clear fluid drainage and some redness from the chemical, but
You need one more on
there
that one too?
shouldn't, no, this one is good. Thank you. And I'm gonna check you next week and make sure that you're doing well. No more needles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Maybe.
Wow, thank you.
All right. You did